everyone, welcome to another video from Liquid Chrome Nails. Today I'm going to do a favorites video, an empties video, just some of the stuff that I've gone through in the past little while that I've either really enjoyed and repurchased or planning to repurchase, or I haven't enjoyed at all and may not repurchase again. That doesn't happen often with me. I can usually find a use for just about everything I bring into the salon, but sometimes I don't end up repurchasing things, and I'll be telling you why. So I think we should probably start with product. So for the product, I have multiples of a few of these things. I think we'll probably get started with the Protein Bond, the Young Nails Protein Bond. I use this on every single client, be it gel polish or acrylic nails. I use it on everyone. So they get pretty messy, but I use this on everyone. I've got an empty box and an empty bottle. I probably go through, actually I'm not sure how quickly I go through them. I order them 2 or 3 at a time. I order them from Cam West. So I just ordered more yesterday because Cam West was having their 24% off sale. So I have that on the way. I would really like to know what you use for a primer. I know that there's linkage. I know the Young Nails Protein Bond, a lot of people swear by it. A lot of people swear by the Young Nails product in general, and I would really like to hear your opinion if you're using it. I use Acrylic. I use C&D Retention Plus. I have for years. I would really like to try the Young Nails Acrylic. So if you do use it, pop your opinion down in the description box. I would really like to know about that. So the next thing we're going to talk about is the Seal Bond from C&D Glue. Now this isn't empty, this isn't, but I am throwing it out because the head is completely gone off it. It's an open bottle of glue, which I can use it with my micro swabs and that's fine, but this is kind of a real pain that the top has come off it like that. One that I did repurchase, I feel like I'm going to spill that all over here. One that I did repurchase was just the Star Nail glue. I don't use it often. I don't use tips. If I'm going to use this, I'm going to use it for gems or what have you, but I don't often use it. So I've just grabbed that one. So that C&D glue. What else do we have here? Foil. So this is foil that I've gone through. It's ready to go in the garbage. This was a silver one. I do love this foil on the right top coat. Now I find the top coat that works the best for the foil because I don't use the foil glue. I've never used the foil glue. It might be great. I'm not sure. It's just something I've never purchased. But I do use the Artistic Glossing Gel. It's for their soak off. I get it through Maritime Beauty. I order online with them. I do like that top gloss, but it is really good for being able to stick the foil on. It stays pretty well. I know some people struggle with their foil. So that's that. I've gone through that in the past little while. Micro swabs. I talk about these in almost every video that I do because I love them. So I couldn't leave them out of this little favorites video. These are my micro swabs. I purchased them on Amazon or eBay. This container came with the first purchase I made of them. Since I've just been repurchasing them and they come in a bag and I just throw them in here. The top comes off of it. I love these. I use them daily, multiple times a day. Throw them in the garbage. They're simple, they're easy, and they don't cost much. So that is something that I will repurchase probably forever and ever. Wipes. Now I've raved about the Light Elegance wipes in the past. Still feel the same way. But I did purchase these hands down wipes. I've purchased quite a few of them. And I don't mind them. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. They do leave a little bit of lint, especially if there happens to be, if you're wiping dispersion and maybe there's glitter on the nail, they leave a little bit of lint then, but it's nothing I can't handle. They were on sale, so I did buy quite a few of them. They look like your normal wipe. There's 200 in each package, and like I say, I've gone through quite a few of them now. Something else I went through an entire package of is the Magic Gel Brightening Top Coat. I really like top coat in a pot. I had never had a top coat in a pot before. I've always had them in a bottle and brush. I really enjoyed this. I really liked using it out of a pot. I don't know how much I liked the Magic Gel top coat. I found over gel polish or over acrylic nails it was a little chippy. I seemed to only get it when I was using this, so I have to assume that's what it's from. I really need a top coat that's universal. I need a top coat that I can put on over gel polish, over glitter, over just plain acrylic, over French nails. I need a top coat I can put on over marble, over everything, over foil. This unfortunately didn't cut it for me, and I really wanted it to. I really wanted to like this. Again, like I said, I really loved the idea of it being a pot. I used all of it. It wasn't something that I, absolutely hated and threw it out. I did use all of it. And I really liked how it went on, but like it just didn't cut it for me. So I probably won't be reordering that in the near future. I may see a need for it at a later date, and I may reorder it then. But for right now, it's a no. Forms. So I get these forms from Ken West. They are the Butterfly Stiletto. Again, I just ordered a bunch yesterday from their 24% off sale that they're having. You should check that out if you haven't. I'll try to leave a link in the description box. I know that I see some complaints online that they have a lot of stuff out of stock. They do, but I'm never in that big of a hurry for anything that it really bothers me that stuff is out of stock. They are so great when they call. I place an order, they call, they tell me what they have and what they don't have. There's been many a times that they have called and said, listen, we don't have this color and this color that you've ordered. And I just tell whoever's on the other end of the phone, that's fine. Go ahead and you pick me out another color. Let's say I have black, white, and gray already, so you pick me out the most popular colors that you do have and send those. They have never done me wrong. I have received some of the greatest colors just from the girls picking them out themselves. Really, to me, that's not a bad way to find something new, to get something new. I a few times have allowed them to pick out stuff for me to fill in gaps from credits that I've had from back orders, and I've never found anything I didn't like. So that is one of the forms. I'll probably throw this one out because it's got a really big crease in it. It's been in my favorites box here for a while. But they come in a roll of 300. I'm not sure. I believe they come in a roll of 300. I'm gonna have to check on that, and I'll leave it here somewhere. But I do love those forms. Out of all the years that I've been using forms, and all I do use is forms, I don't tip. So I keep these in stock. These, I believe, they're not marked, but they're like easy nail, or they were inexpensive. I love them for a shorter nail. They really are quite sticky, and they're really useful. So I do use those, but when I have a longer nail, these are the ones I use. Okay, alcohol and acetone. Funny thing, this is a bit of a ramble, but the other day I was making a list for the Ken West sale, And so I'm going through my alcohol and acetone. Generally what I do, at the end of every order, I tack on a liter of alcohol, and then every other time I tack on a liter of acetone, so that I've just always got it coming and going. I never have to worry about running out, because I have run out so many times. So I go to check and make sure that I do have plenty or what I need more of, and realize that I have a gallon of acetone unopened. I have 4 liters of unopened acetone, and I have about 100 milliliters of alcohol. So, more alcohol on the way. Anyway, Chem West, love this stuff. I do order it as well from Maritime Beauty. The gallon of acetone that I have, it was on sale with Maritime Beauty. I was placing an order, so I just went ahead and got that. I'm not particular about where I get stuff like that. If I'm already making an order with a company, I tend to tack on these type of things that you always need. So, there's that. Masks. Again, this is something that I ordered quite a few of with the Chem West sale, because I feel like if there is going to be sale prices, this disposable stuff that you're always going to use needs to be what you order. So I only have 3 of these left, so yikes. Because my Chem West order takes about 10 days to get here. I'll figure it out. These American nails, so these were from Chem West to begin with. Again, Chem West, Maritime Beauty, I just kind of alter who I order from. Might not hurt to go to Walmart and pick some of those up. Gloves. I get some questions sometimes about gloves. These are the gloves that I use. So, 2 different or 3 different types of gloves that I use. I'm not partial to any of them. Although these are medium. I do prefer the small. I prefer them to be tight. I don't like them to, they catch in my drill, and that's really not fun for anyone. They catch in my electric file. These are from my local pharmacy. These are from the medicine shop. These ones here are from Walmart. They're just Equate. They're fine. There's not a thing wrong with them. These are small as well. I use a new set on every client, so I do go through them fairly quickly, and then sometimes I'll bust out of one, sometimes I break them putting them on, so I end up going through a little bit more that way. But again, Chem West having a sale, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I really want you guys to get the most out of that sale if you can. So I did order a couple or 3 boxes from them. Let me know if you're partial to a glove. If there's a glove that you really like, let me know in the description box. I would love to see that. I would love to find one that I forever and ever will reorder, but I just really don't care either way about the gloves, so I order from wherever. The next thing, shop towels. Everybody's like, husband, boyfriend has some of these in the garage, I'm sure. I use them, I cut them, and I use them to wipe my brush on, my acrylic brush. So I take a roll, I'll get 3 or 4 rolls at a time, and I'll sit at the kitchen table and cut them all and put them in great big Ziploc bags and then bring them to work. They're all pre-cut. So I'm just folding them in half and then cutting them. I used to fold them in quarters and use a whole sheet for each client, but I didn't really see the reasoning behind that, so I do take the time to cut them. The reason why I don't use paper towel, I don't find brings all of the liquid out of my brush the way I want it to, and I end up it ends up being goopy, and I just like the way this, when I lay my monomer filled brush on this, it draws the liquid right out of it, and that's what I like to see. So that's those. I go through a pile of that stuff. Files. Okay, I have a few different files here for you, but one in particular that I really want to talk about. I, over the years, have struggled with files. Just when I think I find one that I really, really love, they change it, or they up the price, or the shipping isn't the same. Something always just seems to happen. So here's what I'm buying right now. The 100/180 20-pack of American nails. These are individually wrapped. They're a black grit. They're kind of inexpensive, so that's what they look like. They're okay. They're not maybe as gritty as what I would like, or the grit comes off them faster. I don't get quite as much use out of them. Now I use one file per client. That's it, end of story. Never do I ever use one file for more than one client. So I do go through quite a few of them. So I have those. I tend to order them whenever I make a Cam West order. They're there, they're okay, I don't mind them, so I order them. It's nice to have backup files sometimes because you just never know when maybe your favorite file is going to be out of stock. Again, another file that I like but not love necessarily is the Silkline DP3 100, 180 Maritime Beauty file. So they are individually packaged as well. Again, they're okay. They're not amazing. They work fine, but they are not my absolute favorite thing. So the next file is an eBay file. I a lot of times will use these if I am removing stones, or if I have a fairly thick layer of glitter on the nail, I will use these ones. If there is something on the nail that I need to get off of there by hand, if it's something I'm not using my drill bit for, which is rare, then I use these. I order them 50 at a time. I get them in, I throw them in a bottom drawer behind me. I do reach for them a little bit. They're super gritty. They're supposed to be 100, 180, but they're pretty gritty. You can take a finger off with them. But I do like keeping them because, again, you never know when you're going to need a file like that. Okay, so on to the most amazing file I've ever used, probably. I was contacted by a friend, and she is distributing these files, and she said, hey, I've seen what you're using for files, and I think you would really like these, so I'm going to send you some, and you should try them. Holy crow, I love these files. These are amazing. They are a white grit, so they're not leaving little black grit in the corners and cuticles. You're not putting on your product and realizing that there's a chunk of black sandpaper in there. So Jenica Branscombe, I'm going to leave her information in the description box. Her online store, her website isn't quite up yet, but it will be. But you can contact her. She has, I believe, some special pricing for quantity if you want to order a larger quantity, which I will be doing. If you want to take my word for it, go ahead and contact her. Get yourself some of these files. They are really, really nice. These are what I will be purchasing full-time from this point forward. I do love them. And for the girls that are in the Maritime provinces, she is close for us. Okay, brushes. Well, you guys have probably seen in my other videos that I got the Selena Ride-In art brushes. I practically seatbelt them in when I have to take them somewhere. I love these brushes. Okay, acrylic brush, Light Elegance number 10. Absolute favorite acrylic brush. I have not had a favorite acrylic brush for a long time. Love this one. Love, love, love. This is an old one. I always keep an old one. Always keep an old one. You never know when you are going to get acrylic dried up in your good brush, in your new brush, and need a different one before your next one gets here. You do not know when you're going to need a brush, so always keep an old one. But these are my favorite. I can honestly say these are my favorite. So these I reorder on occasion. I do find I'm letting a lot of acrylic dry in them. I was never like that, so I have to assume that it's somehow the shape of the brush that's leading me to not clean it out properly. I'm not sure, but either way, I love this brush, so I don't really care. I will continue to use it. I will continue to always have a new one on hand, and that's just how it is. Okay, C&D Retention Plus, this is my liquid. I don't save the bottles. I mean, there's really nothing else you can use them for. Can't honestly tell you how quickly I go through this because I don't gauge it. I probably should, but I just reorder when needed. I make sure I always have extra in case they're out of stock. I know I've said that probably 4 times now, but I really do because I've had out of stock issues before. So I order and always make sure I have it, but this is my go-to. Earlier I mentioned about the Young Nails acrylic. I really want to try a trial kit of theirs and just see what it's like. I tried the Light Elegance Apex. It was lovely, but I'm not sure it was the right acrylic for me. But I do want to try the Young Nails. I've been watching Greg and Habib's videos, and I really like the way it works. I like the way it looks. I like the way they show. I like the education they give. So again, comment. I'd really like to know if you use it. Another thing that I have gone through pretty quickly is the buttercreams. In particular, Your Turn. I licked it dry. I actually licked it dry. So I have another one of those coming. This favorite, obviously have reordered, will continue to reorder. Beautiful stuff. Goes on like a dream. I've mentioned them in my videos before. I will continue to mention them until you try them because you need to. They're beautiful. I've used, actually, there's probably a few that I should have reordered, quite obviously. And I may just go on today and reorder again. I don't believe they are part of the sale, the 24% off, because I think they're already discounted. Don't take my word for it, but I believe that they are discounted a little bit, even if they aren't on the sale. Okay, next, black. Fusion Paints Black 101. If you've watched any of my other tutorials, you know that I use this puppy a lot. So recently what I did, even though I love this, I really love this, I purchased the Buttercream Black Tie. I had heard a lot of things about it, so I wanted to try it as a paint. Doesn't mean I won't repurchase this. I absolutely will, and to be completely honest with you, I think I did in this last order, but I'm out of it, and like I said, I just wanted to try the buttercreams. I love the other buttercreams, so that's what I did with this one. I do like it. I think it's pretty comparable. Price is not quite the same. The buttercream is a little bit more pricey than the Fusion paints. If you're just starting out with some nail art brushes and want to use some gel paints, I would really suggest you get the Fusion paints. Again, they're a good price. They dry tack free. They draw like a dream. Like I've done a lot of line work with these, and I really enjoy how these work. So I'm going to throw probably a few pictures in of some line work that I have done with them. But they have lots of colors. Check them out. Again, Cam West. I'm not sure who else carries them, but Cam West does. So that's the story on that. Okay. The Artistic Color Glass base for the Soak Off polish. I don't do as much Soak Off polish as I used to. I've stayed away from it a little bit. I do a lot of acrylic and I do a lot of nail art. So I still am going through this a lot. I don't always use this for soak off purposes. So your client comes in and you finish file them and they want a colored French. So putting the product on, I find especially with the Magic Gel Royal Cherry and the Royal Blue, the deeper, darker colors, putting it on and I'm trying to clean up my smile line and it stains. It stains because it's on a finished file nail and it's rough and it's dry, and you can understand. So I throw just a little bit of this just on the tip, And then when I do go to clean off and go to wipe, I don't have any issues with that. It just wipes right off. So sometimes I just use it as a buffer between the acrylic nail and the paint. That again is the artistic, so it's from Maritime Beauty Supply. Speaking of Maritime Beauty Supply, okay, so there is a color. I think we all have a color in our collection that our clients would divorce us for if we quit getting it in. Artistic Nail Design Hotness. That's the color for me. Between fall and about February, I go through bottle after bottle after bottle of this. I would really like to know what you guys use for a color that is similar. I'm going to try to, maybe I'll throw in a swatch. Maybe I'll just grab a swatch off of Google and throw it in. I don't know how well. No. Anyway, it's sparkly, it's beautiful, it's red. My clients love it. They ask for it, they remember it. I have 2 empty bottles here, a third that I actually threw out. I didn't throw in the favorites box. I have a brand new one that just came in last week, so I am ready for fall. I'm going to have to order more. But I would like to know what your go-to sparkly red is. Whether it's in a pot, whether it's a gel paint, whether it's a gel color. As long as it's a cured polish, I would love to know what your go-to Christmas sparkly, beautiful red is. Let me know. Okay, the next thing that I probably will never be without again is the Ugly Duckling Matte Top Coat. If you followed any of the threads on any of the nail forums, I'm sure that you have seen people mention the Ugly Duckling matte top coat because it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's definitely matte. I've had a few in the past. I have the Gelish matte. I probably won't finish this. It's still on my shelf. I might find a use for it somewhere, but it wasn't the greatest. I had the OPI matte top coat. Again, probably not going to finish using that. I've kept it, but Ugly Duckling matte top coat. You can shop off of Ugly Duckling's website themselves. You can buy Ugly Duckling through Can West. I'm sure that you can also buy Ugly Duckling through other distributors. They're, I believe, Canadian based. I follow Christina Kronk on Instagram and on Facebook and on all other social media. They do absolutely beautiful nails, and I think they offer an amazing amount of education. So if you happen to be looking for something new, maybe you're, I think they're in BC, if you happen to be in the area, you probably should check them out, but they do have the most amazing matte top coat. Try it. LE Super Shiny. So this is a top coat. It's UV LED. It is 1 minute LED and 2 minute UV. Sorry about my lighting. I don't know what I did differently with it today, but it's off. So yeah, 2 minute UV, 1 minute LED. Super shiny. I really like this stuff. This is like my 3rd bottle of it, which actually I'm going to keep because I just ordered the big refill bottle of it from Can West. So I'm excited to get that. I can just clean up my bottles. Hopefully they'll clean up good and I can refill them and they won't get goopy, I hope. So that's that. I love Super Shiny. I did learn a little trick, and I believe Rob Walter had posted this somewhere on the internet, and I happened to read it. Not to wipe the dispersion film off of the Super Shiny until it's been out of the light for a few seconds, until it's cooled off, until it's stopped curing. I don't know what the science is behind that, but it will get a little dull sometimes if you wipe it too quickly. It seems to get it shine back, So I don't know, I really like it. It's thick, it's nice. It does have a dispersion film. I do like a tack-free top coat, but I didn't get a brand new one right now. The tack-free top coat that I do use is the Nail Couture Shiny. If you follow Max Estrada on Facebook, I'm sure you've seen him advertise this. I ordered online with them. It's American dollars. By the time you switch the exchange, they still have good prices. So if you wanted to check them out, I'll try to link it in the description box. But this Shiny, it's not my absolute favorite, but it's amazing for chrome. It's really amazing for chrome. I bought, initially when the chrome thing all first started, I bought their tack-free top coat and I brought their chrome, and it works really, really well together. But since then, I've continued to order Born Pretty chromes, and if you're gonna buy one, you might as well buy 12, right? Right. So I'm using this with all other chromes too. Seems to be working out okay. I do get a little bit of peeling with the chrome. I think everybody does. That's a whole other video. We'll talk about that some other time. So, my last item, I guess. Yeah, my last item is, I picked this up from watching Sarah's Nail Secrets videos. She raves about Glam and Glitz Afterglow. It's a white acrylic powder. So I got it. I thought, why not? I really don't love the CND white powder, which is fine because for all the French acrylic I do right now in the run of a year, it doesn't really matter if I like it or not. I use it and it's okay. But I got this Afterglow, and let me tell you, this stuff goes on like butter. It is hands down the most amazing white powder I have ever used, and it glows. Who doesn't want that? And it glows like it glows like you can practically use it as a flashlight. So I'm wearing it on my short hand. My right hand's always a little bit shorter. I'm also wearing it underneath this marble on my other hand. I've done some gold glitter underneath. You can see I hit it. Don't look at that one. I hit it with a file when I file. It's not pretty. But that white is just, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I love, love, love it. So I have more on the way. This, again, will be something that, unless something major happens, I will always have this in salon. I love this. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that watching it didn't cost you too much money, because I know watching Talia's favorites videos and haul videos and empties videos, really it cost me a lot of money to watch them. So I hope this one didn't hurt the bank account too badly. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It's really helping grow my channel. I just reached the milestone of 200 subscribers. I'm super duper happy about that. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and check back in again. I will be posting videos weekly. Thanks a lot. Bye.